Playhouse of Favorites. Welcome to Playhouse of Favorites, a weekly program of the best plays and finest talent in the dramatic world today. Listen now as we proudly present Playhouse of Favorites.
And now Joseph Cotton with Margaret Phillips in The Dusty Drawer.
Have you ever wanted to kill a man? I wanted to kill. His name was William Tritt. And then I decided that killing was too good for him. My name is Norman Logan, assistant professor of botany here at the university. Do you know how much a botany professor makes? Well, an assistant professor of botany makes even less. It's important to understand this. And it's important to know that during the last week of the semester, my wife, Louise, was driving our Chevy. It was a hot day, and she wasn't feeling well. She signaled a right-hand turn and then turned left. Well, anyhow, Louise wasn't hurt. Professor Logan speaking.
This is Sal down at the garage, Professor. Mrs. Logan did a pretty thorough job on the whole front end. I'm going to get as many parts as I can down at the junkies, but even so, I figure it'll come to about $300.
And so the stage was set for Mr. Tritt. I went to the bank and got my government bonds out of the vault. The vice president, Mr. Pinkson, was busy, so he referred me to Mr. William Tritt, one of the new bank tellers. Mr. Tritt was young, fat, smug, and a considerable snob.
Mr. Pinkson informs me that your wife was involved in a motor car accident.
She was in one rip-snorting smack-up, which is why I have to cash these bonds.
Naturally, you carry collision insurance.
I canceled it last year. Couldn't afford the premiums.
Oh, a most unfortunate decision.
I'm always making bad money decisions like that. I guess botany takes up all my thinking time.
I see. Now, will you be good enough to sign each bond on the back?
Oh, I already did that.
You did?
While I was down the vault. Was that wrong?
Oh, very. A bond becomes negotiable when it's endorsed.
Well, there isn't much chance of being held up between the vault and this desk.
The rules may be annoying, sir, but the rules are set up for your protection.
The absent-minded professor needs a bodyguard, doesn't he? Well, how much does this professor get for his bonds?
Exactly $322. Would you like to check my arithmetic?
Me? Oh, no. Oh, while you're about it, Mr. Tritt, you might take my passbook, if you will, and just deposit the money in my checking account. I've never carried that much in cash, and this is no time to begin.
Whatever you say, Professor Logan.
Sure.
I'll make the deposit for you.
Mr. Tritt went to his desk, wrote something out, and then returned my passbook. I didn't look at it. I never do. The bank's word is always good enough for me. For some reason she'll never be able to explain, the bank's word wasn't good enough for my wife. Not that day, anyhow. She happened to open my passbook.
How much did you say you deposited?
$322.
You mean $122?
$322.
Then found it the bank must have made a mistake. The entry here is for $122. I think you'd better go right down and see Mr. Pinkson.
Professor Logan, try to remember now. Think hard.
I am thinking hard, Mr. Pinkson.
You deposited only $122.
$322.
You're a stubborn man. Now, Mr. Tritt, how much did Professor Logan ask you to deposit?
$122.
That's impossible.
Here's the deposit slip I made out, $122.
Look here, Tritt, if this is a joke, it's a pretty bad one. You cashed my bonds for me.
Of course.
And the amount came to $322.
No one disputes it.
Yet you deposited only $122 to my account.
The amount you gave me, Professor.
Please, man, that's crazy. What would I do with $200 in cash? Why would I keep it back?
I really wouldn't know.
Mr. Pinkson, You don't believe him, do you?
Well,
I've checked and rechecked Mr. Logan's accounts. Everything is in perfect order.
Everything is not in perfect order.
Please, Professor Logan, you're shouting.
I'm shouting for $200. Where is it?
If you'd like me to call in a bank examiner, I'd be happy to do so.
Call in 2 bank examiners. Call $1 million. I want my $200. Now, look, Trip. I worked every day last summer for that money. Not much to show for a whole summer sweating in a lab coaching a couple of kids who flunked their exams. But I'm just a poor church mouse of a botany professor, and I need this money to fix my car. Now, where's my $200?
Really, Professor Logan? I haven't the slightest idea of what you're talking about.
I could have killed him then with my bare hands, choking his fat windpipe. I could have strangled him without compunction. Not because he had swindled $200 out of me, but because he smirked. But I didn't do a thing. I just went home. And I told the whole story to Louise.
Darling, there's something that troubles me. You sure you did give Mr. Tritt that $200?
What do you mean, am I sure of? Sure, I'm sure.
Well, you do forget things, you know.
The absent-minded professor.
And banks don't make mistakes. You always say so. Every time I can't get my checkbook to balance.
Now, let's get something straight, Louise. What are you trying to tell me?
Sometimes you do get a little sloppy with money, now don't you?
Not $200 sloppy.
It's possible.
Who says? Mr. Tritt?
Mr. Tritt, Mr. Pinkston, the bank examiners, and please don't shout at me. I don't like it. I'm not used to it, and I won't have it.
I'll be very quiet. What do you think I did with the money?
Well, all right. Maybe you spent it on that cute little lab assistant you've got. Maybe you bought her a necklace for that pretty little... Oh, Norman, forgive me.
What for? Did you say something?
Oh, please, darling, now that just came out. You goaded me into saying it.
I'm sure I did.
You know I don't believe anything of the sort.
I'm sure you don't.
Norman, if you're going to get Anglo-Saxon and correct on me, I'll divorce you. Oh, but darling, banks don't make mistakes. And if Mr. Tritt says you gave him only 100... Norman Logan! Oh, Norman. Norman, what's happening to us?
You can figure out what was happening. People are married to each other for 8, 9, 10 years. Little irritations come up, but you love your way past them. But the irritations are always there, underneath the surface, waiting to break out and explode. Well, we began to fight. We had some real buttes, and there was no one around to referee, not even Mr. Tritt. Then we just froze up on each other. If anything, that was worse than fighting. I stopped sleeping at night, and when I did sleep, all I could do was dream, and the dream was always the same. Mr. Tritt's puffy, smirking face and his fat, flabby neck, and my hands tight around it, lost in its flesh, squeezing. 2 days after that happened, I cut out smoking, and with the money I saved, I went to a pawn shop and bought something. Louise found it in a drawer.
Give it back.
I don't have to give it back. It's mine. I bought it.
I don't want it in my house.
It's perfectly safe in that drawer.
You didn't buy to keep it in a drawer.
Maybe you think I bought it to hold up a bank.
Maybe.
Or shoot Mr. Tritt.
Well, maybe. But get it out of this house.
I still pay the rent, Louise, and it's my gun.
You're perfectly right. It's your gun, it's your house, all yours.
Where are you going, Louise?
I'm not quite sure. I'll give you a ring as soon as I know so you can forward my mail.
The only ones you are capable of hurting are the ones you love. We were behaving like demented children, seeking out new ways of hurting each other. I found that out after Louise left. How did it all happen? When did it begin? What touched it off? Sure, I'd been swindled out of $200 by a fat boy with a nasty smirk. But it was only money. And this was my marriage. And yet the thought of William Tritt, unscarred, smug, ready to practice the same swindle on some other unsuspecting sucker like me was more than I could bear. All the frustration, all the unhappiness, and all the anger boiled up in me. I think I could have shot William Tritt there and then. And then... Hello.
Norman, this is your non-resident wife.
Louise. Oh, Louise, I'm such a sap.
Not nearly as big a sap as I am.
Darling, where are you?
It's Dr. Markey.
Doctor, well, you didn't fall down and break your arm or something.
Dr. Markey isn't that kind of doctor. He's an obstetrician.
What in the world are you doing at an
Obstetrician? Louise, you're not.
It looks like I am, quite. Darling, you there?
Oh, there, baby, 100%.
Oh, that's funny. Just what I was thinking.
Louise, where are you going? I mean, after you leave the doctor's office.
Well, where else would I go, darling, but home? Oh, sweetheart.
I went to see Dr. Markin, and he assured me that everything was going to be all right. He was pretty decent about his fee. He reduced it to $200. And so I went back to the bank. Well, I'm delighted to hear that you were to become a parent, but how does that concern me, Professor?
It concerns you $200 worth.
That same mythical $200.
Yes, that same unmythical, very real $200. I need it badly. William Tritt, bank clerk, had swindled me out of $200. Young, pudgy Mr. Tritt, he of the soft, purring voice and the condescending smirk, had nearly broken up my marriage. And there was no way to get my $200 back, or to have the law on him, or anything. For Mr. Tritt had covered up his tracks, and that was that. Or was it? I guess I said it aloud because I found Louise staring at me.
I must be boring company. You talk to yourself these days.
I'm sorry, Louise.
Mr. Tritt again?
Louise, do you believe in justice?
Sure. But you're not talking of justice. It's vengeance you want.
Do you believe in God's justice?
You're Norman Logan, assistant professor of botany. You're not God.
We go to church, Louise, you and I. We're taught to do God's work.
Leave Mr. Tritt alone.
Then you think he should go unpunished?
Oh, that isn't what I said, Norman. But there are courts and judges and juries. You're not any one of those.
Well, the man has wronged us. Do we let him get away with it?
I vote we do. I'm happy I'm going to have a baby. Let him get away with it.
So that he can try the same thing on someone else?
Well, no.
You see, we do have some responsibility to see that justice is done.
Norman, you've got something up your sleeve. What is it?
Louise, since Mr. William Tritt worked me over, I guess I've been a little nervous. Especially when I go to the bank. Just don't know how to keep my hands still, bending paper clips and twiddling my passbook, opening and closing drawers.
Now, what has this got to do with...
Now, there's a drawer and a table down at the bank. Doesn't look like a drawer because it's lost its handles. And it's in an old beat-up table no one really uses. Now, this drawer without handles...
You're not sick, are you? Or drunk?
I'm cold sober, Louise. I opened this drawer by using a nail file. I did one day while I was waiting for Mr. Tritt to tell me that people shouldn't be careless about money. And do you know what I found in that drawer?
Cat and Kid's hidden treasure.
Nothing. I found nothing. Just some old paper clips and a pile of
now,
dust.
what in the world...
Louise, that drawer hasn't been opened in years.
Well, how do you know?
Because I put my gun in it 2 weeks ago. Yesterday, I dropped around at the bank to make a deposit, and when no one was looking, I opened the drawer. The gun was still there, exactly as I had left it.
Oh, you frighten me. You sound like Al Capone or Dillinger.
Do I?
Mr. Tritt is a liar and a thief. He's despicable and rotten, but you don't kill a man for that. Prove what he is and have him put in jail.
There's no evidence against him, Louise. I have to do it my way.
What is your way?
A gun hidden in a drawer.
The father of my child couldn't kill a man in cold blood.
It's not a real gun, Louise. It's just a toy. Oh. But it will destroy Mr. William Tritt as surely as though it had been manufactured by Samuel Colt himself and loaded with dum-dum bullets.
Oh, Norman, I don't like it. Norman, it's wrong.
I went to the bank to take my vengeance on Mr. Tritt. I withdrew a couple of bonds from the vault. Then I went upstairs. Sat down at the table that contained the dusty drawer. Carefully worked it open with my nail file. The gun was there, exactly where I'd left it. And Mr. William Tritt was sitting opposite me, exactly where I wanted him.
I suppose you want to cash these bonds, Professor Logan?
Yes, I do.
You have endorsed them.
I have.
Now, let's see, Professor. These will come to exactly $83.50.
Your arithmetic is sloppy, Mr. Tritt. The exact amount is $10,000 in $10 bills.
Well, the professor will have his little joke. Well, I never knew you had a sense of humor. What is that you're pointing at me, Professor Logan?
A reasonable facsimile of a gun. $10,000 in $10 bills from your cage.
You don't know what you're doing.
I know precisely what I'm doing. Just get the cash. And I'll have you covered every inch of the way, and I wouldn't be so foolish as to set off the burglar alarm. Move along, Tritt. I'm an amateur at this, and the gun may go off.
Please, Professor, maybe we can meet privately and discuss alone.
Move, Tritt.
Yes, Professor.
The sweat stood out on his forehead. His collar was wet. He waddled toward his cage, the stiff, scared waddle of a man who momentarily expected a bullet in his back. He went into his cage, and it did exactly what I expected him to do. As I dropped the gun into the drawer, he dropped to the floor, out of sight, and he set off the alarm. I was surrounded in no time at all.
Stick him up, Professor
By
Logan.
2 bank guards, 12 depositors, by Mr. Tritt, the president of the bank, and 5 vice presidents.
Professor Logan, I never would have believed this of you.
He tried to rob me of $10,000.
It was all rather exciting and rather amusing, especially when Mr. Pinkson began to give me the 3rd degree.
All right, Professor Logan, let's have it.
Let's have what, Mr. Pinkson?
The gun.
What gun, Mr. Pinkson?
The gun that you tried to hold us up with.
Hold you up, Mr. Tritt? How preposterous can a man get?
Now, you can't talk your way out of it. You just attempted armed robbery of this bank. Now, don't try to deny it.
All I can say, gentlemen, is that Mr. Tritt needs psychiatric attention.
Don't listen to him, Mr. Pinkson. Have the guard search him. The gun will prove it.
But the gun was in the drawer, and this particular drawer could have been at the bottom of the Dead Sea.
Search him again, guards. This man came into the bank with a gun.
It was a thorough, methodical search. The 2 guards tried, Mr. Tritt tried, the 5 vice presidents tried, a detail from the city police department tried. They stripped me, they searched every square inch of the bank. Except, of course, the dusty drawer.
No gun, Mr. Tritt. Well, Mr. Tritt, what have you got to say for yourself?
But, Mr. Pinkson, I tell you that I...
Now, please go to your cage, Mr. Tritt.
But I tell you, Mr.
At once, please.
Yes, sir.
Professor Logan, I can't tell you how distressed I am.
Well, the man just imagined he saw a gun. That's all, Mr. Pinkson. A hallucination. It could happen to anyone.
Well, thank you, Professor. I wish everyone was possessed of such a good Christian attitude.
In December, I made it a point to come by as often as I could and say a few kind words to Mr. Tritt. You know, just a cheery good afternoon or a casual remark about the weather. Trouble was that Mr. Tritt found it difficult to respond. He seemed to perspire a good deal. His hands took to shaking. He even began to add figures incorrectly. Mr. Pinkson was quite upset about him.
What a thing to happen during the Christmas rush. It's too bad about that boy, Professor. I had him earmarked for a pretty important place in our organization. But I'm afraid I've been mistaken about him all along. Mr. Tritt is just not cut out to be a banker.
The time seemed to be propitious for my next move. I slipped the gun out of the drawer after Mr. Pinkson walked away. Mr. Tritt sat across the table from me and nervously licked his lips.
More bonds, Professor?
Never mind about the bonds, Mr. Tritt. Here we go again. One false move and I'll drill you.
You did have that gun before, didn't you? I wasn't crazy, was I?
I'm paying you back, Mr. Tritt. Now go to your cage and get me $10,000, and this time do it.
Don't worry, I will.
He brought me an envelope containing 1,000 $10 bills. He sat there, half frozen, while I counted it. And he got up submissively when I told him to return to his cage.
Yes, Professor Logan. Very good, sir.
The rest was simple. I dropped the gun and the money into the dusty drawer. I got up and walked out of the bank. I went to the corner and stood there waiting for the bus. I chatted with 2 Santa Clauses who were ringing bells, and I tried to act surprised when the bank rang its own little bell.
Don't move, Professor Logan. These policemen have orders to shoot.
Mr. Logan, I'm sorry to inform you that you're under arrest.
This is getting a little tiresome, Mr. Pinkson. I'm a botanist, not a bank robber. Besides, even a botanist wouldn't attempt to get away on a bus.
Don't listen to him. He can't get away with it this time. Mr. Pinkson, tell him that I was prepared, that I marked those bills, every one of them.
What bills, Mr. Pinkson?
The $10,000 Mr. Tritt took out of his drawer.
Then Mr. Tritt must be $10,000 short.
I won't be when they take the money from you.
Gentlemen, would you care to search me out here on the sidewalk? Or shall we go inside?
But it can't disappear. It just can't, I tell you. It was $10,000 in $10 bills stolen by this botanical crook.
It is quite true, Mr. Tritt, that $10,000 are missing. And since they have not been found on Professor Logan, I'm afraid the charges will have to be preferred against you.
Against me?
Against you. To steal is bad enough, but to defame an honest man like Professor Logan in order to cover up your own tracks, that, William Tritt, is unforgivable.
The policeman took him away in the wagon. I was having my vengeance and more. Because in the drawer that I opened with my nail file was a toy gun and $10,000. They released William Tritt on bail. And when I walked into his apartment without knocking, he showed no surprise. His eyes were dull, his head drooped, the fat sagged on his chin. He looked at me without speaking for a moment, and when he finally spoke, I barely recognized his voice.
You win, Professor.
Not yet, Tritt.
I only took you for 200. You got me out of a job, under arrest, and 10,000 for yourself besides. What more do you want?
I've typed a letter. I want you to sign it.
Me?
It's a letter from you to Mr. Pinkson. It says, "Dear Mr. Pinkson, I am returning the money."
What?
I guess I didn't know what I was doing. Signed, William Tritt. Here's an envelope. Here's the money.
You're crazy, Professor. How do you know I'll mail it?
You probably wouldn't, so I'll mail it.
I know Pinkson. He's soft. He won't press the charges.
That's right.
I'll be free.
Yes, Tritt.
And you won't even get your 200 back.
You're right.
Even if you wanted to take it out of this 10,000, you couldn't because the money is marked.
You've got it all figured out, Tritt. Now sign.
I'd be a fool not to. You know, if I were in your place, Professor Logan, if our positions were reversed, I'd let you sit in jail for 99 years.
That's what I figured, Tritt. I'm what I am. Not much, perhaps. A schnook of an absent-minded professor. But whatever that is, it's better than what you are. And that's my vengeance on you. Well, that's all there is to it. Maybe you'll say that I'm no better than William Tritt because he stole to commit a wrong and I stole to try to commit a right. I'm not sure now that I would have done what I did if I had it to do again. But I had my vengeance. Or did I? I don't know.
Next week, Playhouse of Favorites will again present another fine play for your listening enjoyment. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service.